Now that we have the world built, it's time to get to the real violent stuff, the actual fighting. Now you notice all my animations here don't include the actual attacks. It's just they're drawn off to the side and it's not included in the animation. The foot here is missing, the fist is missing here. Now that's because in their scripts, defined scripts, game, common, then attack settings, here's where you're going to find all the settings for all the different attacks for the player and all the attacks for the monsters. Each attack has 5 different settings to it, which I'll go over. Starting at the bottom, we have attack color. Now the color can be 0, 1, 2, or 3. That is set up on the screen itself. So in your screen, you're looking at screen info, and you bring in the day monsters or whatever game mode you're in, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, which is really just 0, 1, 2, 3. And if you have each of these set to a different color scheme, you want to make sure that the limb sticking out of your player or monster is going to match the actual colors that you want it to be. So in this case, it's going to be this first one, which says sub 1, but it's actually 0. We always start counting from 0. So in the attack settings, your color is going to be, in this case, we're going to set it to 0 or whatever you decide you need it to be. So the second option is damage, which is pretty straightforward. It just tells you how much damage you're doing with each successful hit. And then the next is range. Now with the attack range, you're measuring from the edge of the object itself, not the bounding box. So the bounding box would probably be a few pixels in. We're talking about this edge here and how far out your attacks are going to reach. Now the next one is your attack sprite. Now this is the first sprite of your attack animation. So I'm going to look at this here. In this case, we'll go with a punch. I have 7 frames in my punch animation. So I'm going to have 7 images next to each other of the fists flying. So this is, the punch is a 2-stage attack. So we got the 2 down here, then there's a couple of blank frames, and then the 3 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. The punch will animate along with however many frames your animation for that attack has on your object. So if you have 7 frames on your object, you're going to need 7 frames of the fist going off, or the leg, or whatever you have attacking. Now if your range is more than 8, I realize that you're going to want to draw something bigger than just a little 8x8 sprite. So for example, in boss attacks, I have a better range on this monster attack. So it's only 1 frame. If there's more than 1 frame, we'd be drawing it like this. Notice it's going 2x2 sprites, and it'll progress like that. So if I had 4 frames, this would be my starter sprite right here, and it would automatically draw 2x2, the 4 sprites each attack. If it's under 8, it'll just do a single sprite, progressing 1 sprite along. Now the final option is the attack Y, which is not to say the attack reason, but the attack Y axis. How high from the top of your object you're going to be drawing the attack. So for example, we have a regular punch. I'm going to start drawing it 8 pixels down, so around here. But if it's a lower attack, like the kick, it's a bit lower, so we're going to be drawing it about 16 pixels down here. If it was a ground sweep, we'd go all the way down further. So however low you want the attack to be, that's what your Y value is going to be. So for monster attacks, it's the same rules. You have the damage, the color, the range, the sprite, starting sprite, and the Y. Now there's one difference with monster attacks that you should take note of while you're animating your attacks, is the first frame of the monster attack animation is going to be ignored. So that gives you an opportunity to draw like a wind up for the monster attacks. And this bad guy animation here, you'll see for the attack, I have them winding up on the first frame, and then on the second frame, the attack's going through. So if you look at the sprite sheet, my first frame of the attack is this one, and then it's going to draw for the next 2 frames. It's a 3-frame attack. Now, this is to help with gameplay, ignoring the first frame. It's just a choice that I made in order to try and balance the gameplay a bit. Now you'll notice I have attack 1, 2, 3, and 4 set for the player. The controls are very specific for the player, so I will demonstrate them for you. Now the first attack, attack 1, is just when you hit B. Right now I have set it to a punch. Now attack 2 is going to be a combo attack. So when you hit B and then you hit B again while mid-punch, it'll follow it up with a second punch. So a combo attack. Attack 3 is the uppercut. So if your attack and mid attack you hit the jump button, it will cause a slight upward movement, and that's attack 3. Now jumping is A, and if you jump and then attack mid-air, you will see the jump kick attack, the air attack. You can still move while in the air. You're somewhat locked while punching on the ground, but mid-air you can control your player. Now holding down and attack will pick up an object. You can walk around while carrying the object. You cannot jump though, but you will be able to throw the object by hitting attack again.